Chelsea, aka the Octavian. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 5 signs that you are going through a spiritual awakening, or this is just signs that you have already experienced these things along your journey. So let's get into it. All right, so the first sign that you are going through a spiritual awakening or something that you may or may not have already experienced is that you start to question everything. You question your reality. You ask yourself the certain jobs that you're in, tasks that you might be doing. Is this worth it? Is this aligned with my purpose? You often might feel like you're out of place, like you almost have like a sense of amnesia of like, I'm not meant to be here for this. This is not my purpose. And then you start to question, well, what is it? And then you may or may not go down the rabbit hole of discovery, thoroughly researching everything that we or you have been taught, essentially unlearning and learning everything since we were literally children, just kind of unlearning those things and relearning who we really are, you know? I just find it fascinating, honestly, but that's the first sign. The next thing that you might be experiencing on your spiritual awakening, or if it's something that you've already experienced, is the process of seeing repeating numbers. So when I say repeating numbers, I'm talking like your 111s, 222s, 333s, 555s. These repeating numbers are all signs from your spirit guides / angels, ancestors, whichever title that you would like to use, or if you use them cohesively together. These are to assure you that you are on the right path. You are essentially ascending, and whichever journey that you're taking, whichever obstacles or trials or tribulations that you are currently experiencing right now in this time frame, everything is temporary. So just know that if it seemed super traumatic, it's not going to be forever. It's a sign that you are experiencing this lesson or whatever it is with reason and with purpose, so that you are definitely aligned and on the right path. The third thing that you might experience in your journey is all of a sudden wanting a different change in your diet. You might have, you know, an interest in like vegan foods, vegetarianism, or just adding more colorful foods into your life. I've seen a lot of people just over time, you know, experience like raw veganism, or even, you know, being a fruitarian. Just incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your everyday lifestyle and wanting to know more about holistic healing. Even in my own journey, I am an advocate for holistic health. I definitely live a holistic lifestyle more so than, you know, I've never believed in like pharmaceuticals. Even when I was younger, I would always question, why are we always taking pills for everything? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And now, just as I've gotten older and just in my own research, it's because we weren't meant to just be, you know, taking pills or taking any, you know, pharmaceutical drug to have a temporary fix or to suppress what's going on. I truly believe everything that we have on this earth is made to heal us. And a lot of people are probably going to think that's super like hippy dippy or whatever, but I truly do believe that we have everything, you know, on this planet to heal our own. I mean, how did our ancestors do it? You know, they weren't popping, you know, drugs, Advils, or whatever thing that you could think of. Spirituality and holistic health, they essentially go like hand in hand. So that just might be the reason why you have that interest in it, to, you know, being a raw fruitarian or just veganism, because it's all connected with your mind, body, and soul. And once all of those are aligned and balanced, that is how you become your highest self, your greatest version. And that is just how you overall feel better. Yeah, I went on a tangent because I'm very passionate about like the holistic lifestyle, but definitely that is a thing that you experience on your spiritual awakening. The next thing that you might be experiencing on your spiritual awakening journey, or something that you are currently experiencing, is that you might actually feel kind of lonely. And I say this because as you go along, you might find that you don't really relate to your friends anymore. You know, interest about like shows, or you know, what they saw on like CNN. And this is not coming from like an ego, you know, standpoint of like, oh, I'm better because I know better type of thing, but it's just coming from like, you can't really relate to them anymore, or you don't really have, you know, the same interest of like talking to them about certain topics that you want to talk about. Like, you might want to talk about like numerology, you know, spirituality, you know, the fifth dimension, and they just might want to be like, what's on Netflix? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, it is hard, and even till this day, it's just hard to find people that is on that same like wave or like wavelength. That's why I felt called to make this video, and just to kind of reassure if anyone else is feeling that certain way as well, like just letting you know that you're totally not alone. It's up to us to find each other so we can kind of be each other's family in this conscious community, because it's hard out here, I'm not gonna lie. Especially if you feel like you've been brought here to break generational curses, dramas, all of the above. Again, I see you, I feel you, I relate to you. Truth. All right, and the last thing that you might be experiencing on your spiritual awakening / journey, or if you've already experienced, these are just symptoms that you may or may not have had. You discover you have an interest in like the metaphysics. And when I say metaphysics, I'm talking about like your, you know, tarot, oracle cards, or, you know, numerology, astrology. You start to realize that everything that we've been taught about those things aren't necessarily evil or what it's been used to believe. These are actually tools that were here to help us guide us into our highest self, our highest purpose, right? These are tools to help us discover or help us remember who we truly have always been. Firm believer in numerology, astrology, they all have a time and place, and I truly do feel like they are valuable in their own sense. In actuality, these are tools that were meant to guide us and help us ascend. And again, to help us kind of remember why we, you know, came back to this realm or this plane. Especially if you consider yourself a light worker. I know I consider myself a light worker. I'm on my own light worker journey. I know I have this purpose to help others. That's just a calling, whatever it is I'm being guided towards. I feel this huge calling to be a light of others, to be able to help others. So in whichever way that I can, that's why I feel like I am making this video. But yeah, these are just the things that you might be experiencing on your spiritual awakening. This is the 5 signs that you may or may not have a spiritual awakening. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope this was a useful like guide for you or tool for you, especially if you are experiencing some of these symptoms as of now. No, you are not crazy. This is just part of the process of what everyone goes through when you are essentially, you know, ascending. We are a conscious community, and we are finding each other on the internet, which is awesome. So just letting you know that you are not crazy, and this is part of your path. But thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video and to subscribe. But until next time, all right, bye.